Hi guys, it's Diana and I am just outside going for a walk with my dog. It's finally sunny and I am at, I don't know if you can see, I'll see if I'll put it behind me. Whoa, to show you a bit. I'm hanging out at Colliery Dam, it's called, in Nanaimo. There we go. And I'm just at a spot. There'll probably be some people coming because it's sunny here in this spot. But I wanted to talk to you about self-sabotage, about giving up, about what kind of gets in the way when you have been doing really good. So I just went through this. I might have to cancel if too many people come here, tell you the truth, and start part 2. I went through this with, talking to clients who do really well, and I do this myself, right? We start doing really well with something, whether it's a program, it could be in business, it could be with making money, it could be with your health, it could be with eating healthy, things like that. So you're doing really well and everything's going great. And so you're so proud of yourself and you're finally sticking to it and you're finally doing everything right. And then, bang. Either, you could go on a little holiday, Christmas could come, like some major event comes where it's different than normal. So you get off your regular routine and then you see that you're now back to kind of your old habits, eating crappy things, doing things like that. And that begins to bring you down fast because you were doing so well and you were so on top of things and you thought you really had it this time. Those times when you're like, I've got it, I can do this, it's going to be good from now on. So then when something comes that throws you off and you start to kind of slide down that slippery slope again, then you lose confidence. You begin to think, oh my God, I'm failing again. This isn't going to work again. I thought I had it. What's wrong with me? Why can't I stick with something? Why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep doing this to myself? What happens? Those thoughts. Well, the best thing you can do at that moment is say, oh, interesting. What's coming up? And one thing I want you to think about, a couple visuals, is that you have like a devil on your shoulder and an angel on the other shoulder, right? And so that devil is beginning to say, hey, you've changed for long enough now. It's time to get back to old habits and patterns. Don't you miss eating those foods? Don't you miss doing those things? You don't want to be as strict as you were, right? So really it's like, or kind of like your ego starts to pull you backwards, right? Because you have lived a life a certain way for many, many, many years. And then when you went to make those changes, it took effort to make those healthy changes. And so you were doing really good, but it was always being conscious every day. It was doing what it takes. It was maybe having some help, like maybe you were in a program, you had accountability or something. So you were doing really well. And then when you start to slip backwards, right, it's like your old habits and stuff starting to take grab again. And what happens is this happens with everybody in different areas of their life. And it has definitely happened to every successful person out there. And it continually does. So it's kind of like new level, new devil. The further you go up, so if you push through the first obstacles, so you're eating really healthy, all that, then it's like, right, you hit that glass ceiling, let's say. You hit the glass ceiling. So you're doing really, really well. So you've elevated yourself. You're not really used to that, so it's kind of out of your comfort zone, but you're very proud of yourself. And then whatever, that devil on the shoulder starts to pull you back again into old habits, whether it's a friend who convinces you, whether it's an occasion, a birthday party, Christmas, a holiday, brings you back, right? So you get disappointed in yourself. You begin to think hard on yourself. You begin to be disappointed. Now, just know that that is perfectly natural. That happens to every single person. The most important thing is to get back fast. So the people who become really successful, they never give up. So those things happen to them. Absolutely. Absolutely. They get pulled backwards all the time. They get where they get depressed and get sad and get upset with themselves and get frustrated. They take a few steps backwards. The thing is, they don't stay there. They don't beat themselves up. They don't give up and say, oh, well, geez, I failed again. Forget it. I'm never going to do this again. I guess it's hopeless. They don't. Right away, pretty much, they turn themselves around again. Pick themselves back up, get up, start making the healthy habits again. Start doing something that pulls them back towards those healthy habits or the positive where they used to be, right? So know that you hit that glass ceiling. So you're used to being at a certain way for a long time in your life. Then you elevate yourself a little bit, right? You're doing really, really well. You're elevating, you're so close to a ceiling. Just imagine floating in the air and there's this glass ceiling. Your head hits the ceiling, wants to push you back down. It's like, oh my God, I can't go any further. If you can't go up, and it's hard to stay the same because we tend to always want to change, bang, you're going to go back down. So what does it require when you hit that glass ceiling? When you hit those moments of resistance, of frustration, of starting to go backwards? It requires effort again. Just like it did the first time you started to turn things around. It's just another level. So think of it as stairs or levels or elevators, whatever you want to think of it as. It's another level. So you need to push yourself to make extra effort again to get yourself over that. Just like you need to take a hammer and slash and smash that ceiling. So you need to make effort. You need to do something to smash that ceiling and rise above it again. But the awareness really, really helps. Talking to yourself, going, okay, like this is what I do. I see myself slipping backwards or whatever, and I go, okay, Diana, you know what? Then for the next 2 days, you are just having smoothies. Smoothies and a salad. That's it. I'm not having none of this shit. You're not going backwards. You're not going to get out of old habits. You're starting to feel like crap. Your stomach's... Do you really want to continue on like this? No. So for the next few days, you are going to eat really super clean and get yourself back on it. That's what it requires. Don't feel bad. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel horrible about yourself. Know that it happens to everyone. No one's perfect all the time. No one's resistant to this. If you read... it might help you to read biographies or something of very wealthy or very successful people. Hear their story. Hear how they overcome these obstacles, overcome periods of self-doubt. Many of them had failed many, 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 many times, right? J.K. Rowling, we know that, now I forgot that very famous president in the U.S. Anyways, so many people have failed many times, but they don't consider it a failing. It's just an experience. It just means, I slipped up. I got to get back up and try something new. What can I do now? What's the first step I can take? What is something easy and simple I can start to do every single day that's going to make it change, right? So that if you're so down, you're like, I just can't. Just start one thing. Start one thing. Get yourself up. Talk to yourself. Kick yourself in the butt, get yourself up, taking the first step towards back on that path that you were on before. Whatever it takes, just start something. And know that you don't have to go from where you are now 5 levels up, right? Just a 1 level. Just start taking that one step and help to get you back on track. Talk to yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Never, ever, ever give up and say it's hopeless or it's helpless, because it never is. There's always someone who's done it. There's always a group of people out there who are successful at it, so you know that it's possible, right? Don't be hard on yourself. That's, I guess, the most important thing. Be objective. Look at your situation, go, oh, interesting. I see what you're doing. I see the resistance. I feel it. Yep. Why? Because it's easier to slope backwards, right? It's easy to eat the junk. It's easy not to exercise. It's easy to do that. Yeah, it is easy. But then how are you going to feel? How are you going to feel about yourself? Do you want to walk around going, yeah, I failed again? Yep, self. Why do you do this? Feeling bad about yourself? No. And stop playing the victim. Stop going into your story and stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get yourself back up and back at it. Maybe you need to find somebody, an accountability partner who's going to kick your butt, get you back on it. Join a program like I offer these programs all the time. People think that they can do it all on their own, and that, mainly women a lot, we think, oh, I don't really need anybody. I shouldn't ask for help. I shouldn't need help with this. Other people can do it on their own. How do you know they're doing it on their own, right? Sometimes we need that push. We need that help. All successful people have a coach. You know that? They really do. Why does it seem like you shouldn't, or you don't deserve to hire somebody to help you through these things? Oh my God. Anyways, if you need help, if that sounds like you, feel free to reach out for me. If not from me, from somebody else who you groove with and who you think is really going to be able to help you, just reach out and get help. If you are the one who's going up and down, up and down, up and down, you feel like you're going backwards more than you're going forwards, right? Okay, but thank you for that. But really, don't beat yourself up about it. Talk to yourself through it. Okay, everyone, thanks for watching. Have a fabulous day. I'm enjoying the sun. It's so amazing right now. Whew, happy. I think we're supposed to get snow, which I'm not looking forward to. At least it doesn't last here. Okay, maybe I'll flip it around and let you see where I'm at a little bit. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day. I'll just take you for a little walk. Oh, I got my thing. There's my dog right there. Most of the time it stays really green here. We're just seeing a bit of, like where I am right now is lots of leaves, and the trees that are in this park are the ones that have their leaves on. in the summer and not in the winter. So see, there's the water. I don't know how far you can see over here. Okay, signing off, you guys. Take care.